I have a very fun video. More importantly, I have a very fun collab video. Hi guys, welcome back to MsGlamDoll Image. If this is your first time, hi, my name is Rashay. I'm a lover of fashion, the business of fashion. I'm also a little obsessed with vintage. If this is your first time, I do a lot of styling content here, primarily through thrifted or vintage finds. So if you do like styling content, please consider subscribing. I'd love for you to join the family. So when it comes to this time of year, I start going into this romanticize your life kind of mindset, and I think it's partly a coping mechanism. But let's just say it helps me deal with the impending weather that's coming, and by really digging into the fashion of it, romanticizing my life, and just really trying to find more elements to enjoy, it kind of take away the tinge of the cold that's coming. And I think that's what's really helping me when it starts getting into fall, to like going to the luxe, going to the designer. So today I am so happy that I am doing one of my designer dupes where I look at the runway and try to, be inspired by what I'm seeing on the runway. Now, with that in mind, the only thing that's gonna make this experience better is when you do it with a friend. And this person, guys, you will love Karen. She is what you call grown and sexy. And I know I have quite a few grown and sexy people in my audience. So for today's collab, someone in the comments already got who I am collabing with today. Yes, I met her last week just by accident. We ended up in the same store, and we're like, we've been trying to get this together for quite a while. Our schedules have been on and off, and so we're finally able to do it today, and I cannot wait for you to see what she finds. I love her style, and I think you're definitely gonna love it as well. So definitely head over to her channel. But guys, let's meet Karen from MsGlamDoll TV.
Hey Rashay, it's your girl Karen over here at MsGlamDoll TV. When Rashay hit me up and said that she wanted to do a collaboration with doing designer dupes with our thrift finds, I was so geeked. I was like, yeah, let's do this. So I am an avid thrifter. I love thrifting, and I love that I found someone who loves thrifting just as much as me. So this is the perfect collaboration, and I'm pretty sure Rashay is going to find some really good finds because her style is so classic, so unique, and so stylish. That's why I've been watching her for quite a while. I actually been watching Rashay way before I started my own channel because she is a thrifter, and I love the pieces that she finds. I was inspired by Gucci's runway. I also was inspired by Burberry. It was a look that they did with like a quilt or something. It was just, you just gotta see it. Now, Rashay puts her thrift finds together, so I cannot wait to see what she has put together. So thank you for having me on your channel, and I can't wait to see what you come up with, girl. All right, see y'all.
Now I know Karen is gonna bring all the grown and sexy vibes. I cannot wait to see what she comes up with. I'm going to go into the Come Thrift with Me. But before I go into the Come Thrift with Me, every year, if you guys have been watching this channel, you know I'm a Gucci girl. But with the departure of Alessandro Michele, this year wasn't really a Gucci year for me for their fall winter runway. There were looks that I liked, but it wasn't like the soul of the Gucci era that I loved. And I found myself looking on places like, I've mentioned Hermes before, and I've mentioned Chloe before, but while I've been thrifting these past few weeks, I haven't been finding anything to match that, and I went back to the runway, and I actually loved Elisab. I just absolutely loved the femininity of that fall winter showcase. I also loved Scaparelli. It also had like those nice feminine, and I loved all the vintage details because you know me, I love me a vintage moment, and that's kind of what Gucci used to bridge for me, you know, the everyday wear with some nice Gucci vintage elements, which definitely wasn't on the runway. Let's go into the Come Thrift with me. There were some unexpected pieces that I found as well, and then we'll come back here and I'll show you what I got. Because I'm looking for those Elie Saab Scaparelli dresses, I went straight to Bargain Thrift because I know they have like a formal wear section. But this section was kind of overtaken by Halloween. Oh my goodness. So there were only a few dresses that didn't really fit other than that first brown one. These are just the other options that I could find. But yeah, there were slim pickings, and normally I have so many dresses. This, I like the little sheer, but the bottom had like this stiff ring situation going on, but that's all they gave me for formal. I love this little vintage 80s, but not my size. Then I went in looking for the Elie Saab green section, see if I could get anything that I could work for that, but these were more like olivey type tones. I wasn't getting that rich green color that was on the Elie Saab runway. I was still looking in here in the dresses section for more green, but these were all I could find. Some velvet dresses and everything else just wasn't the color tone that I was looking for. Then I went to the men's section to see if I could create a set. I found this men's shirt and I found this skirt, trying to pair between the both of them. Neither worked. Went into this light section. I usually pass over the white knits for the most part, but I thought that I would look, because of the runway, I saw some nice knits in the Elie Saab, so I came over here just to see what I could find. This was a nice little fringe number. They also had fringe on the Elie Saab runway. And so these are like capes with little fringes. I'm not sure why I didn't get one of these, but I saw this dress and that was really interesting to me. It was the right length. It wasn't the two-piece set from the runway, but I did like it. This also had some nice fringing on it, but I was trying to find something that could have probably paired with this, which I didn't find. But yeah, I typically wouldn't have looked in this section if I didn't see the knits on the Elie Saab runway. This is a perfect designer dupe for Totem jacket that's on their website right now. I think in the Tryon I called it the Row, but before I've seen it in a cheaper material, this I think is a better quality dupe, so I think I'll definitely try it this time. I liked the shape of this, but it is so thin and, might I say, cheap fabric that I'm gonna leave this one. I also liked the color of this, but I'm not feeling the fabric as well. I think it's just gonna show every little thing. I'm nervous about this fabric, so I'll think. This is a Ralph Lauren sweater. Again, it's a little close for me. It would be a bit fitted, and I was looking more for red, deep red, not so much fuchsia, but I thought I'd just try it. This I picked up just for the color. Of course, I'd have to like cut it so it's too long, but still thinking. This I love. I've been looking for different types of Fair Isle. I just found a red one, but I do like this deep red with brown. I really like this for fall. Now what I realized when I go straight into the try on, I don't get to tell you exactly where the items are from. So I'll come back and, you know, clip into the styling as usual. The first thing I got, I have done the Row dupes here a lot because they're classic pieces and they're easy to find. So if you're looking for designer dupes, I think that the Row is one of those brands that you can easily dupe at the thrift store. And I found this one today. This has been one of their classic styles. They have brought it back out. I absolutely decided to grab this today. It comes with this extra little piece here. You can either use it as a belt or you can wear it as a scarf. So I absolutely love this. This is by Vici. And this is what the label looks like. It's a newer brand. This is a size extra small, but as you know, it's made to fit oversized. Another thing that I've been looking for are some different Fair Isle sweaters. I got one last week that everyone loved. Thank you so much for your comments last week. But typically, I was never a Fair Isle sweater kind of person until I saw Claudia Schiffer. I think she was doing something for Vogue, and she had on a frame button-down cardigan in a Fair Isle pattern, and ever since then I've been obsessed with a Fair Isle sweater. I've been trying to dupe that one specifically, which I've come close to before, but it was a little close, but I'm still having that image in my mind. So when I saw this one, I definitely had to grab this. It kind of gives me something like what the frame would have done. It's not a cardigan, but I absolutely love this color. Yeah, last week I got a red, but now we're in this burgundy wine red color, which is again right into the season's trend. So when I saw this, it's also so soft. If you could feel this, it is so soft. The other one wasn't as soft. This is for like cozy cozy Fair Isle feeling, so I love this. It also has some little buttons on the side right here, even cute. And this is by Erica. It is definitely a vintage brand. This is what the label looks like, and I was so happy when I saw this. I'm like, you are coming home with me. So first up, this is how I've styled the Fair Isle sweater. I'm feeling very playful today, so hopefully I don't make this video too long. So for the Fair Isle, I've been seeing a lot of this more preppy style, and I get it. Now that it's kind of getting cooler, but you don't want to wear a jacket every day, just by layering a shirt under your sweater, it makes perfect sense. So that's why I decided to do this. I want to definitely try out that style instead of always going for a jacket or blazer. But also, I've seen that Cezanne has brought out a gold skirt, midi skirt, and I thought I would love to style this more like a Cezanne kind of style. So I threw on my gold skirt that I've had for at least 3 years and I'll never throw out because it keeps coming back, and that is always relevant. So I've done the preppy style, but I've mixed it with this nice gold pop of interest in the skirts. I've thrown on this little tan. I would have loved to put this with knee-high boots, but I still have quite a bit of my boots in storage, and I didn't want to wear black with this. So I thought, let me go with this nice tan. It's still giving, you know, warmish, cool but warm days, and I absolutely love the combo. I also thought I'd put a little pop of color with this aqua blue vintage bag. I absolutely love this color, and I think with the red it goes perfectly. It also goes really nicely with gold, and so I love this little pop of color with this outfit. So very playful, very fun, very feminine, and I just love this. And if I wanted to take it from Cezanne to more of the Gucci style look that I love, then I've added a blazer. I've added this little baseball hat just to make it a little more streetwear. Is the type of bridge that I loved with Gucci, the previous designer. It's like, is it granny chic or is it street chic? There's just like this wonderful blurring of genres, and yeah, so I just add a little blazer to make it a little more funky, throw on a baseball cap. It's still picking up the tones of the bag. I didn't change the bag or anything else under it. And probably to leave the house, just add a pair of sunglasses because I wear sunglasses every day. I have very sensitive eyes, so that's the only thing I do. I even changed my earrings to something a little more chunky than a dainty pearl earring. So taking it from a lot more feminine style, Gucci style look. So yeah, absolutely love this for days when I just want to be a little more over the top, you know. Next up, I couldn't leave this, you know. It's not in fall colors, but I absolutely loved this suit. I love me a gold buttons. You know, I couldn't pass up on this. This, even though it wasn't on my list of things to find, but we know the thrift store, it does what it feels like. It doesn't necessarily go according to my to-do list. But when I saw this, you know, the most recent designer that did this hot pink, we all know, was the Valentino pink crazy trend. But you know, before that we'd have brands like Versace that would have done something like this. We also have YSL that would have done something like this. They all go through their hot pink moments. I'm thinking Versace, I'm thinking Dolce & Gabbana, I'm thinking YSL with this kind of suit. So absolutely had to get it. I wish the skirt was longer. It is a typical, you know, like knee length work skirt. So to make this suit a little more modern, it would definitely be good to take the skirt up. So I'll let you see what that looks like. This is by Seville. I remember when I got home, I tried to find more information on that brand. It's a 90s brand, but I couldn't find out any more information on it. So if you know anything about Seville, you guys are amazing. Please let me know about this because it's such a really well-made suit. I wanted to find out more about this. So that's the next thing that I got. So this is the vintage suit. Just wanted to see what it looks like. Like I said, typical, you know, very demure skirt under the knees type thing, but just in itself, I love the squareness of the shoulder. Love me shoulder pad moment. Love the gold buttons, and in itself, it just has really nice shape. So here's a skirt suit. Now I haven't done a full DIY. I've just hiked the skirt up a little bit, and already it's looking quite modern. This I love. And because it has this cutaway here, it's almost giving like a little peplum accent to the waist. I've just styled it with this bejeweled vintage belt. This was such a great investment. Love this. I haven't been able to see this anywhere, so I'm glad I got it when I did. But yeah, I just love having these little statement pieces in my closet because, especially because this is a cotton type suit, this just adds that element of glam to it in addition to the buttons. With the sleeves up, with the skirt shorter, it just makes it a lot more modern. I definitely say if you're wearing a suit for everyday cocktails, lunch, dinner, whatever it is, I'd say stick to an open toe sandals. The minute you put on a closed toe sandals with something like this, it becomes a lot more formal. Now if you're having a formal dinner or a formal cocktail, fine, go and throw on a fabulous pair of YSLs, why not? But this look is definitely on the tone of YSL. It's definitely giving me that YSL vibe. Vintage Versace. I've thrown it on with this vintage ballet bag in this, you know, oxblood type color, deep red, wine red, burgundy, whatever you want to call it. I'm sticking to colors today. Again, I think the sun is really affecting me. Love this pop of color, especially at this time when it's starting to get cool, but it's not dark yet. I just love this little pop of color. And I think even when it gets dark, this is going to be one of those things that's going to really cheer me up. Not my typical MO, but I'm looking forward to it. So absolutely love this. Now I couldn't find any Chloe, I couldn't find any Loewe, I couldn't find, you know, anything else that I was looking for. But one thing I really wanted to find something of was that LA Saab. I loved everything on the runway. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think I would have picked up a white knit dress. Now, I tend to go past this section because I know with me and white, you know, unless it's like a top, I try to stay away from that because the minute you put something like this on, everything colorful wants to jump in your lap and go splat. But if I wasn't keyed into the designer as an inspo, I would have walked right by this. And that's why sometimes it's good to use the runway or designer or something as an inspo, because then, you know, it opens up your eyes more than just like randomly or aimlessly just running through the aisles. So that's a good little tip for you. Just like, okay, what am I looking for? And then you'll be able to zoom into those pieces. And that's how I ended up finding this knit dress. And I think this is going to be absolutely lovely for the season. This is by Danny. It's not a particularly old. This is probably like 90s Y2K, but I absolutely love that I found this. So this is my little Elisa moment, but I have one more piece that I want to show you. So here is that sweater dress inspired by Elisa and the lighter tones. I typically would not have picked this up, and I absolutely love it. It feels very relaxed on. So with a dress, it's so easy to just throw on. It's one piece. I've just belted it with this little vintage belt. and I would be out of the house. This is the only light colored boots that I have right now. It's a vintage Kuditat brand. I just looked at it just so I could tell you. But yeah, so I wouldn't have picked this up, but I think it's so perfect for the season. Again, keeping it nice and light while it's, you know, still bright outside. This is definitely something I'd want to reach for, even though it's nice and bright, but it's cold. So this, I absolutely love this little number. I'm glad I picked it up. I love the little buttons. It's a little off-white belt to give it the dimension, a little pop of gold, but it's also picking up the tones in the buttons, I think. Now the dress is quite deep plunging, and to make it a little more sophisticated, you know, I could have put on a regular turtleneck, but I saw that they had a lot of these like feminine fluffy details on some of the dresses. So I thought I'd put this little Gap shirt under it. I just grabbed this vintage Liz Claiborne little bag, keeping it quite tonal, and I thought, again, this is just such a feminine little look that I wouldn't necessarily have reached for at this time of the year. So this is cheating a little bit. Some of you, if you've been here, I've told you that I've done fashion design classes. One of them was sewing, and I actually made this little coat myself by hand. I even cut the fringes myself, and I pulled this out, and I thought this would have been the perfect thing to pair with this dress, because the Elisab runway also had quite a bit of fringe. There was even a trench that had this tassel moment. So when I saw that, I'm like, let me take mine out. This will be perfect. So I actually grabbed this from storage, and I love these two tones together. Perfect cool tone with this creamy color. I still have the vintage Liz Claiborne bag, and yeah, I might change up the shoes as soon as I get some more shoes out of storage, but I just love this. Yeah, so I've pulled out my own handmade. I made everything, I mean, from scratch. I'm very proud of it. It has a lot of flaws, but I love it nonetheless, especially with my Elisab inspo. So yeah, this is, you know, I'm definitely gonna love this dress. I am feeling it. Let's hope I just don't throw something on it the minute I decide to wear it out the house. And just like that, I've gone from Elisab to the row with this attached scarf that you can throw around your neck, or you could just leave it hanging just for impact. You know, these little kitten square toe type boots, you know, very classic style bags with not a lot of embellishments. This is another vintage Liz Claiborne bag. I've had this for so long. I just love the lines of this. I've just added this little black belt. They have simple buckles on their belt, so throwing in some black to anchor the creamy lighter colors, and I don't know, I might like it with the black even more. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you prefer it with the black accents. But yeah, definitely love this. And finally, I did go ahead and grab this chocolate brown dress. Now, I shouldn't have gotten it because I just got a chocolate brown dress. But, you know, it's buttoned down front. It's more of a midi. When I saw the Elisab black dress moment, I just really wanted to try this. I wish this was black. Also, this is not as thick as the earlier brown one. This is not as good of a quality, but I really just wanted to try that look. That look is also reminding me that I need to get some Skims shapewear, because I don't know how this is gonna work out, but I'm gonna try it. I am absolutely gonna try it, and then I invest into the shapewear later. This is by Koji Yoji. That's what the label looks like. You know, it looks quite, you know, early 2000s based on this label, but I decided to, you know, just go ahead and give it a whirl. So yeah, I really loved the styling of that Elisab look. So hopefully this is giving me Elisab, so we'll see. Last but not least, I am so glad I did decide to take this. I am loving the high neck. You know, typically I don't like high neck. I prefer a mock neck, but I think because it's a maxi length, it just makes me so much more elongated. I don't even mind the sleeves this long. I think because there's structure in the dress, it actually works in my favor to have the sleeves long with the nice maxi length dress. Absolutely love it. I have it on with a vintage escotta belt, but it's a little big. Okay, so I switched into this little Gucci waist belt, and I prefer it. I think it just gives me the cinch that I need, and it's also black, so it goes with the black accents in the shoes and the bag, and I love it. I actually love it. I still need to order the shapewear. But I'm glad that I got it. It's not thin, but when I compare to the quality of the other brown dress that I had, I wasn't sure how this is gonna fit. It's not as thin as some of the other like non-shaped dress, so it still really works. It feels really nice. It's nice and warm as well, so I actually really love this. I've switched over to my little Teddy Blake bag. This is the lizard skin. This is the Kim bag. This is from Teddy Blake. I'll link this in the description as well. But I think for this kind of dress, I would definitely grab something a little more dainty to go with this. And I absolutely love this. I would have loved to find this in black, but now, I'll still rock the chocolate brown. We're definitely chocolate brown season, especially this year. So maybe it's a good thing I found it in the chocolate brown, because chocolate brown with the black accents are absolutely perfect, and I just love this look. Now I'll be looking for a feather boa to give me that full Elisab look with the fur or feather on top. I'm definitely gonna look out for a boa to just like really go out there. I'd love to find a brown, chocolate brown with it to just like do that, or one of those fur shawls that I can just wrap and give myself that moment. Oh my goodness, this is stunning. I'm glad I grabbed this, and I love it better with the smaller bag. Let me know if you prefer it with the little duffel bag, or you think it's better with just a smaller bag, because I think it's definitely giving it the more sleek lines with the smaller bag. So absolutely love this. Yeah, stunning. But yeah, love this. Guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Karen's video, MsGlamDoll TV. I know you're gonna love her content, so definitely check out her designer dupes, and I'm sure she nailed it. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section which look was your favorite, what piece is your favorite. As well, don't forget to subscribe. I'd love for you to join the family, and if you did like this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.